What's up guys, it's Ian and welcome back to IC Anime. Today we are looking at P.O.P Max Luffy Gear 5.
俺が誰か海賊王になる男だ。
Let's take a look at the box. We can see this circle cutout and on the top as well. And there's a small cutout on the side. But this time they protect the Luffy very well, so we can't really see Luffy from the outside. See, you can only see a face. And let's see what else is in the box. We can see this silver hot foil in the names and the lightning effects. Look at this shiny pattern of the lightning. It's just really cool. I'll show you the back. Different side, Gear 5. So yeah, let's open it up. Right, here's the figure. This is Luffy's strongest form in the strongest product line, P.O.P Max. And the first impression, it actually the pose look like a P.O.P Gear 4 Baonan, because they're both jumping up and about to throw a punch. But you know the Gear 5 Luffy size is same as the normal Luffy, so this figure will be a bit smaller than the other P.O.P Max Luffys. Gear 5 have this more freedom and playful vibe. All the joint and the knee is rounded. That's the difference between Gear 5 and all the other form. And before we go through the figures, I actually want to show you guys the base first, because honestly, this base is crazy. So let me just try to get him off. So yeah, let's go through the base. When you look at it, you just colors everywhere, and you see all these weird shaped cloud, different branches. I don't know, it's very special but weird at the same time. It's like semi-transparent at the end of each of these effects, which is pretty cool. So yeah, why are they doing this? I guess this is just showing you the unknown power Luffy is unlocking in Gear 5. Something special about the base is, see the screws? You can actually unscrew it and don't need the base if you don't have any space. So let's put Luffy back and I'll show you why the base makes sense. Alright, so when you put Luffy on this base, you can see this is the white background for this darker effect. Have contrast with the white Luffy that makes Luffy pop even more. I think that's why they designed it this way. So let's go through the figure. Since we start from the base, let's just go from the bottom first this time. First off, the slippers are like mid-flip, not just like glued flat on the feet. So this makes the figure way more alive and dynamic. You can see the curve as well. When you go to the jeans, beautiful fabric fold. Super high contrast between the white highlight to the dark bluish shading. Plus the denim texture actually looks like the real denim. So yeah, very crazy details. Moving on to the purple sash. It's got really nice gradient purple here, and it did different color in both sides of the purple sash. So moving on to his body. I don't know if you noticed, but his skin tone is way darker than usual. It's almost like brown here, but that's actually accurate because he was fighting Kaido at night, remember? So yeah, this skin tone is just trying to recreate that scene. Although Gear 5 is not like huge, chunky, like muscular character, they still did the muscle detail very good. And moving on to the clothes, it's not just plain white. There's a subtle gradient from white to a slightly warmer shade around the folds, which really gives this figure a premium feel. Turn this to the back. Now we're gonna review our straw hat. Again, the straw hat, good texture, and the very strong shading, almost like a dark green shade on the bottom half. So yeah, let's take a second to look at his hand and his feet as well. Look at the curves, it really represent the Gear 5 playful vibe. And let's look at the face. I think that might be the best part of the figure. The hair sculpt is really nice. The layers are super clean. Even though it's made out of different parts, but you can't really see the seam line from the front, you can see it from the top. So they really did a good job this time. And when you look at his face, you can see the depth from the eyebrow and the eyes, the nose and the mouth. They have some like shadow color inside the eyes. The crazy part is the mouth, guys. If you look closely, they even paint the gradient shading along the sides, and they add the tiny red lines between the teeth. Insane detail, very crazy detail in the mouth. So yeah, this face is perfect for me, just perfect. So finally, let's look at the cloud around him. This time they still use the classic MegaHouse style, huge, chunky and paralyzed colors. And yes, just like the P.O.P Snake Man figure, the seam line is pretty obvious on the cloud. But honestly, when you look at the whole thing together, it doesn't really bother me. So this time the cloud color is like divided to the top bit and the bottom bit. Cloud have a milky white base with a bluish tint on top and the purplish shading underneath, which is the same as the whole theme color of the figure. The bottom is like purplish and the top bit with Luffy is like white and bluish. So yeah, I liked it. Before we end, I want to show you guys some comparison of this figure and other figures put together. Let me just go get those figures. Boom! Let's put the Gear 4 Bound Man and the Gear 5 together. As you can see, Gear 4 is almost like a size bigger than Gear 5. So yeah, if you ask me which one is better, I personally still like the Gear 4 Bound Man better. They do look very good together, so I'll just show you guys some pictures as well. So yeah, that's Bound Man and Gear 5. Cool. And then next we got two of the best Gear 5 figures. Here's the comparison when you put them together. I'll show you guys in some different angles as well. Honestly, I think they're both really nice. I love them both. But I do have to say the pros and cons of these two figures. Firstly, if you're looking for value, the Figuartszero definitely win here. Just look at the size. It looks so huge, so good when you see it from far away. Like when you put on the top of your shelf, you can just see it. It's just there. P.O.P. When you put it next to him, it's just a bit small. But if you like to check the details of the figures like me, when you come closely, you can't really see any details, like almost no good pen job, no good textures on this Figuartszero. If you're into better pen job and better quality figures, P.O.P is always the best choice. But yeah, if you like Luffy, if you really like Gear 5 like me, you just get both. Honorable mention, the IchibanKuji Gear 2 looks perfect when you put it together with this P.O.P Gear 5. Just look, they have like the same size, same scale. I don't know, it just looks good together. So yeah, let's wrap it up. So yeah, that's about it for this figure. It got everything the Gear 5 meant to be. If one thing people won't like about this figure is probably the skin tone is very dark. But yeah, he's just trying to recreate the scene when he was fighting Kaido. And even in the box, look. In the back here, you can see this dragon. This is the P.O.P Max Kaido. So yeah, maybe they're telling us to get Kaido as well, yeah. Honestly, if you have good lighting when you display this, it should be okay. And the last thing I need to mention is this figure have a very strong plastic smell. So I don't know if your one is gonna smell like this, but it is very strong. You gotta air out for like a few days before you put it in your shelf, otherwise your shelf will smell like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think about this figure, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!